Obsidian. Obsidian came out in 1997, and it was a respectable, but not all that uncommon, attempt at recapturing the initial enthusiasm around Myst for something new. They ran an award-winning ad campaign with fascinating commercials that created a lot of pre-release excitement for the game, but oddly enough, Obsidian sales were absolutely abysmal compared to most of the games on this list, selling only 14,000 copies in its first year, despite rave reviews from critics. It failed to rake in any significant revenue initially, and after the pricey ad campaign, the developer Rocket Science Games was essentially abandoned by their publisher Segasoft and was forced to close their doors not long after. Over time, the game's quality continued to shine through though, and sales steadily rose, and it gained a dedicated cult following. The game mostly takes place inside the subconscious minds of three characters in the year 2066. The visuals are what you'd expect from the year it was released. They're sharp, detailed environments with tons of bizarre, skeuomorphic contraptions. The three different minds create three different aesthetics for their respective areas. One bureaucratic, one scientific and mechanical, and one creative and lush. Obsidian does everything right, but it's entirely possible that with Riven releasing the same year, it had an uphill battle that it just couldn't win. One more interesting thing about Obsidian was that it had a 20 questions minigame that would ask the player to feed it more data if it lost. By storing what the player told it after losing a round, the algorithm was able to learn to be better at 20 questions. And that's pretty cool, I think. The game is about a rogue AI, so it was interesting of the developers to include an AI algorithm for beating 20 questions that was theoretically infinitely capable, although the amount of data that you would have to feed it would be obscene. Haven Moon. Alright, well, yeah, this game is just a really lovely looking spiritual successor to the Myst series. With Jules Verne-inspired visuals and minimalist single mouse controls, Haven Moon is a nice, relaxing stop on this rabbit hole of an iceberg chart. The game was released to the Steam store in 2016 by indie developer Francois Roussel, and is a self-proclaimed Myst-like, coming across as a bit of a love letter to the franchise with some refinement and personal touches thrown in along the way. The visuals are really stunning. The game is so realistic looking that it makes me want to stand in some of these environments myself. I feel very calm when I look at this one, and after the past few entries, that is a welcome sensation, to be sure. The Dark Eye. Alright, we're getting weird again. The Dark Eye is a psychological horror game that was released in 1995. The game is heavily influenced by the stories of Edgar Allan Poe, even adapting some directly, specifically The Telltale Heart and Bernice and the Cask of Amontillado. The Dark Eye is pretty intriguing for its use of stop-motion puppets with highly expressive clay faces. This really fuels the Uncanny Valley effect, and some of the scenes have the potential to get under your skin as a result. The voice acting in this game is also absolutely stellar, and it's an important addition to its gothic horror vibe. The game didn't get much press upon its initial release, but it has since been recognized as a super unique and original horror game, and Richard Downes worked on this game. He's an illustrator that also worked on Riven, so that's pretty cool. Shivers. Shivers was released in 1995 and developed by Sierra Online Studios. Shivers plays like an episode of the 90s Goosebumps TV series. The protagonist is a teenager who has been dared by their friends to spend one night in a haunted museum where two kids and the museum's founder supposedly vanished years prior. After being locked into the abandoned estate, the player must travel deeper in the museum and uncover the secrets of its exhibits and artifacts. Shivers is at times a lot campier than some of the previous entries, but that being said, it does capture a very distinct 90s young adult horror vibe. CD-ROMs at the time could have a somewhat limited color palette, and Shivers seems to spring for extremely saturated hues. That, combined with the surreal scale and architecture of the museum, makes the game feel like a funhouse inside the Uncanny Valley. Like many other entries on this list, the Shivers series has a cult following of fans who still remember it fondly to this day. Shivers got a sequel in 1997 called Shivers 2: Harvest of Souls, which takes place in a ghost town in Arizona where the player's friends have gone missing. Shivers 2 is more of the same visually, with crazy colors and weird expressionist architecture, but its mediocre reception has left it fairly obscure. Its Wikipedia article is absolutely abysmal. Pissed. Pissed was a 1996 parody of the game Myst. By 1996, Myst was easily the best-selling PC game of all time, having sold over 4 million copies by then. So Pissed's primary gimmick is the idea that you're the 4 millionth and first person to visit Pissed Island, and the place is essentially just Mist Island if it had hosted Coachella for a year. This game is pretty pathetic compared to all of the others on this list. There are no puzzles or story. It is literally just a slideshow, effectively a PowerPoint of Mist Island covered in trash, along with a few FMVs tossed in. The jokes are extremely low Oh, sorry everyone. Took a second to get up and running here. But now we're ready. Card is in Mississippi right now for a crawfish bowl. A crawfish bowl? What is that? Is that like a cooking event? Yeah, I'm saying it the way a Mississippian would say it. Boil. Boil. A crawfish boil. I'm not gonna say it like a northerner. A boil. We must boil the crawfish. Sign up for an account and get 3 new Hitman suits? I'm good. Oh, we did the first one? Get access. How do I get access? Pay money? Like pay money? How much is it? Which one of these do I have in my, I assume part 1? Which is 30 bucks? Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna not. I'm gonna not, and Why don't we just play like... I don't know, can we do these location missions? Sniper assassin. I've played the whole game. All right, maybe I do need to get Hitman 2. Hitman 2, hit harder. That's right, Majora. All right, let's open Steam. Is it gonna be another 30 bucks though for just another batch of story? Honestly, I feel like that, as great as this game is from like a refinement standpoint. Thank you for inviting me to the crawfish boil. Crawfish boil. I do want to come. Hitman, World of Assassination. DLC. Single player. Oh, all right, there's 10. Hitman 3 Deluxe Pack. Where do I get the Hitman 2 stuff? Hitman 3 Access Pass, Hitman 2 Expansion. All locations in the World of Assassination trilogy from within Hitman 3. This is so confusingly set up, dude. Does not include VR or freelance modes. How do I just expand it to what I've got now though? Because Is it this? Oh, I got too much stuff in my cart. It's $30. I don't know. You guys want me to do something else? I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence because I don't have a good way to just like... It's too expensive, man. I don't know. Free seasonal content. VR mode. Play War Thunder, enlisted. Jeez Louise, yeah, maybe we're not. I don't know. Half-Life RTX. Mess with Half-Life RTX? Yeah, all right. All right, let me edit the stream. It's probably also going to be a short stream. Well, think about what you want to see on Sunday. Actually, I know what I'm going to play on Sunday. Scratch that. I know what I'm going to play. It's been on my list for a while. Yeah, I'll play something else on Sunday. We're going to treat this as a community stream. We're just going to treat this as a casual nonsense stream. I could have sworn I had a Half-Life thumbnail. All right, let me find my Half-Life 2 thumbnail from the other streams. Bum, bum, bum. There it is. Just give me my thumbnail, YouTube. They make the creator tools like confusing, but also not very feature rich at all. Like, it's weirdly difficult to just recycle information from a stream. That should be like the first, you know, that's like the first thing that anyone does. All right, give me my thumbnail. Thank you. Thank you. It's my first time changing a stream on the fly like this. All right. Get out of here, Hitman. We're done. We're done with that part of the adventure. Can I be a pirate? Okay. Mud bugs. I don't. Military games aren't really for me, Majora. I'll be honest. I was never a Call of Duty fan. It just doesn't really gel with my vibe that much. The rest of the stream, be a pirate. All right, Card's trying to damage me voice. But sure, pirate stream. Pirate stream for the cardboard gal. Let's see how long I can actually tolerate this before my throat erodes into nothing. What's the ETA on Half-Life RTX? 24.8 gigabytes out of 35.5 gigabytes. Let me make some space on my hard drive while I wait. I think we can uninstall Hitman. It was nice to try. It was a good recommendation. But I don't feel compelled to continue further. What else can I uninstall? I don't actually have as many games as I thought installed. I guess this is fine. I'm going to uninstall Purple Place, though. That wasn't very fun. I do not have nostalgia goggles for Purple Place and its needlessly frustrating games designed for children, but also unplayable for grown-ups. We're going to play Half-Life 2 RTX with a controller, by the way. Just to do something different from the last Half-Life 2 stream.
Barbie was very fun. Barbie was a necessary detour, Majora. That one's a non-negotiable. That's a hill I'll die on. Almost there. 0 seconds remaining. That's already been proven untrue. Your mini pulse jet almost exploded. Why? Why? Was your hole too small? Was your hole too big? Too much fuel? Too little? Could be anything. Have to update my NVIDIA drivers. Blast. Probably will have to restart my computer. How do I tell someone to stop lighting things on fire? Bring them out to sea. The middle of the ocean on a ship made of wood. They won't light as many fires under those conditions. I can attest to that. Has everyone filed their taxes? I filed my taxes this morning. Very important. The government makes you guess how much money you owe them. You better guess correctly. There are many hints on the pieces of paper that you receive over the course of the calendar year. It's coming up, cardboard girl. You ran the pulse jet for too long, and it became red hot and very loud. Well, Majora, it sounds like it was closer to combusting than exploding, because there was not an impetus of built-up pressure. Wow, your job, that's luxury. All right, let me... NVIDIA. Open Sesame, NVIDIA. The auto launch was not working. Show me my drivers. Install. Give me the express installation. Thank you, Morocco. Thank you. Half-Life 2 RTX truly has stunning graphics. I love hardware issues, and also when you spend $30 on a Hitman game that has... What did we get? 5 hours of content? And we only really got 5 hours of content because I'm a fool. For a normal boy, 4 hours, 3 to 4 hours of content, tops. You have to pay extra for the Hitman 2 or 3. I only bought to get all 3, it's like $90, which I didn't know. It's not really 3 games. It's 3 very short games. Okay. Sorry, everyone. It turns out your streaming app that uses your GPU to stream doesn't like it when you update your GPU drivers in the middle of stream. But it looks like we're still going. It looks like the same stream is still up. Technically. That's crazy how that works. All right. Half-Life 2 RTX. Let's see. Let's see how good my GPU really is. No video, not yet. Just wait. Does that work? Come on. Yes, I know that you can hear the audio, Majora, and I know that you can't see the video. Kind of weird that that's not working. It has no reason to not work. Perhaps if I run the game in windowed mode. There we go. That works. All right. Okay then. Well, I don't I don't actually want to play with a controller anyways. Get out of here. New game. We can play Ravenholm or Nova Prospect. Let's go to Ravenholm. I guess this is just the demo. I don't know. Whoa. The rays are so traced. Why is the game frozen? That's pretty weird. Oh. That's almost doing something. Let's just relaunch. Oh look, that's my desktop. What? Video, give me windowed. So this one's the only one that's actually doing anything. Oh! Got it. Look at that. Look at that. We're only an hour in. And it's finally working. All right, see what I mean though about these rays being traced? Look at that. Can't go back there, that's not allowed. Wow, look at that. Look at that flashlight. Look how different it is. It's kind of weird how like your brain just doesn't really, it's like graphics get better and your brain's just like, oh yeah. Does it look better? Yes, of course it does. But at the same time, it doesn't even really feel like a different game. Doesn't even really feel all that different at all. Those legs feel different. Hey, you want to play, what is it, like pole ball? What's that game called? Come on, man. Come on. You gotta play pole ball, dude. Hit the leggies. Hit the legs. Whoop. Sorry. Didn't mean to bonk you. I'm just trying to play pole ball. He wants me to help him, but like he's got to help me by playing pole ball, by participating. Didn't even want to play any pole ball with me at all, dude. Where'd my saw blade go? Oh, look at that. That's up-resed. That's high fidelity. All the paint cans? Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm seeing the oh, the fire? This must be like some kind of spot where the ravens call home.
They had become like these peculiar demons which dwell in matter, but in whom no light may be found.
Where's Father Gregorio? I thought I hit crouch, but I hit sprint.
For it was said, they had become like these peculiar demons which dwell in matter, but in whom no light may be found. But the days of my life have vanished like smoke, and my bones are parched like ash, and let all my impurities be as fuel for that fire, until nothing remains but light.
Ow.
The angel of the Lord pursues them.
There we go.
What? Who is this? Another life to save? I'll keep my eye on you. More than that, I cannot promise.
Hey, man. Barrel to the face, man. How do you like that? How do you like them apples, huh? What about a little bit of this? What about a little bit of this? It's crazy that slamming a dresser on top of him doesn't do anything. That's pretty cool. Yeah, this looks pretty cool. How do you like that? Uh-oh. Broke a little lever, broke a little switch. Welcome back, Card. The stream kind of ended for a second. Well, I guess it was the same stream. I don't know. I guess I'm not making good on my pirate promise. I'm sorry. You want me to start again? Oh yeah, see the stream didn't. Okay, then I'm good. Ugh. Could you just complete your burning to death, please? Give me a little lambda. A little lambda locator. Action. Yeah, I'll take some bugs. What, I can't go there? Is it? Oh, I was stuck on that. I don't know, now what? I don't know, it's hard not to just go full gravity gun when you're in Ravenholm. Crispy. Extra crispy. Get myself one of these here saw blades that kills anything it touches in one hit. Some things are too small to get cut in half. Remember that. That's an important thing to know. Sometimes you want to cut some stuff in half, but it's too small. Like chicken-sized.
Well done, brother. Make free use of my traps, but take care not to fall in them yourself. Behind you! In Ravenholm, you do well to be vigilant.
What? How would you like to get hit with a piece of wood? Little splinter? Gravity gun only. Little splinter.
Laceration detected.
Big piece of wood. Yeah, come here. Oh man, did not time that real well. How'd you like to get hit with a couple kind of medium-sized pieces of wood? Look, this one's still full size. There, you like that? Bum, 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 bum. Have I ever had a crab as a pet in IRL? No, I haven't. I've had sea monkeys. They died. They all died. Nobody puts baby in a corner like that. Come on. Jeez Louise. Oh, a head crab. They seem like they'd be okay pets. See how many I can get at once. Just crush all them guys with the car. That's what I say. That's what I like to say. Probably want to go like this.
Better and better. I am Father Grigori. You have already met my congregation.
That's pretty funny, Father Group. That's a pretty funny joke, dude. That's a pretty good one.
Woe to thee! Ah, it is you, brother. I apologize. But no harm done. My bullets are the least of your concerns.
It's fine. What?
Woe to all, for our dwelling place is distant, and we wander to the domiciles of...
Dang, Flabbit. Oh, no. The door opening is too strong. Gordon just keeps freaking blasting those doors open.
Ah, it is you. I apologize. But you are done. My own peace
Get through the door. Is that? No, they don't have physics like that. There we go.
Rest, my child.
Detected.
That's pretty cool. That's kind of like a money maker. Feels like. Ow. That got me pretty good, actually. Uh-oh. Ow. I don't like those little noises that Gordon makes. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah. Put out the fire with the mattress.
I pray do never turn away thy light. Give heed to
Hey.
me, and spring thy traps upon mine enemies when I cry out to thee.
It's hot. It's hot fire.
Although they call me crazy, I care not, for thou art my helper.
Go gadget. Saw blade. Go gadget. Thought that was a barnacle. Go gadget. Saw blade. Oh, that was scary. Kept taking away my saw blade. Ow. Got a 2-for-1 there. Go gadget, cast iron radiator. Nice. Nice. Boy, I actually really like this cast iron radiator.
Here, brother. Come closer. You've stirred up hell. A man after my own heart. Here, I have a more suitable gun for you. You'll need it. Catch. Good. Now, keep it close. My advice to you is, aim for the head. Hush. They come. There is no rest in Ravenhorn. Move on and I will meet you at the church. I think no worse of thee.
Give me my cast iron radiator back. How do I always forget, like, the right way to get off this roof. See some stuff over there. I think I jumped for that. Gordon Freeman climbing up a ladder must be one of the scariest things to witness. This dude just absolutely scampers, like 3 times the speed that he walks at. Oh no, oh, my cast iron radiator is so far away. Sorry, I just couldn't make it without my radiator. What? It was immune to bullets. I must have missed it so many times, but like... Oh, crap. feels like a lot more than there were last time. Just saying. He ain't getting in here. He ain't finding his way in here. With that pathfinding, with that technology, no way, Jose. Oh, my microphone's buzzing. Oh, this microphone, dude. I don't know what the deal is with these microphones. Sometimes they buzz, sometimes they don't. Good use of a noob tube. I stand by that.
Attention. Warning. Vital signs critical. Warning. Blood toxin levels detected. Emergency. User death imminent.
Come on, just get close together, the two of yous. A little too close. Good use of a noob tube. I stand by that. straight up jumped that guy. He wanted to get away. Someone's got to turn this Raven house into a Raven home. And I think that someone's going to be me. Gorgeous Freeman. It's okay, Kira. Hitman was too expensive, and I played all the stuff that I got at my income tax bracket or whatever, so I just switched to Half-Life RTX as a one-off. But we'll play something different tomorrow. Is it buzzing real bad? Sounds like it's buzzing real bad. Alright, I'll switch back to the other one. I'm not low on finances. It's also just like, it's too much game. Like, I don't want to spend 10 to 15 streams on Hitman, and if I played all of it, that's the amount of time that I would spend. Let's see what I can do about this mic buzz. All right, that's better.
Blood toxin levels detected.
Yeah. What is with this ladder, bro? Freaking decorative ladder? That was some nonsense. That was some pure nonsense.
How came you here, brother? This is the wrong side of town. Did I not tell you to seek the church? And go away before it is too late.
That was pretty casual, honestly. I like that. Paint can. Oh, this one's pure enamel. Cardboard box. That was a reference to the riveting material YouTube community. There's a member of that community called I Am a Cardboard Box. Pretty deep cut reference.
Minor lacerations detected.
Oh, radiator. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. I just freaking hurt myself with the radiator.
Blood toxin levels detected. Emergency. User dead. Vital signs are dropping.
Half-Life 2, but I just kill myself with a radiator. Do I still remember the German lessons? I do, yeah. Yeah, early on. That was during the Mist stream, wasn't it? Freaking big circle. Is this the big circle I was supposed to go in? At least I have a radiator now. Grigori said to head for the church. This ain't it, Chief. That ain't it. Give me my radiator. I'm just going in circles. I would expect the church to be the pointy thing. But I don't see a cross. Did I ever go to Europe? Been to the UK. Or do you mean like Europa? Which I guess, I mean, that's just Europe, right? Maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe I'm not familiar enough with that term. No, that's okay. I just wanted to make sure I was following, I was understanding correctly. So what's going on here? What's going on here? We go up here, we go around. Go in here, we go.
Minor lacerations.
Oh man, this room doesn't have a radiator in it. There we go. Here we go. This is the way. I found the way. You get away from me.
Lacerations detected.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I know I'm in Europe in the game. Congrats on making food, Kira. Just please be out of my face for a while. Head crab monster. Spooky, scary head crab monster. Nice try. Although, which mod is it? The HD or no, the cinematic mod replaces a lot of the Eastern European textures with English text. Messes with the whole vibe of the whole game, you know? Do you guys where? Seems like some part of Russia. I don't remember. I know the team went here for reference.
Minor lacerations detected. Warning. Vital signs critical. Warning. Blood toxin levels detected. Seek medical attention.
The lore of Half-Life is kind of complicated here. There was an experiment, and it ripped a hole in reality, and then in the first game, you kind of sort of plug up that hole, kinda, a little, but then that hole was like a alarm that went off across the multiverse, and then kind of the most dangerous militant force in the multiverse called the Combine
At last.
came up, and
Save the cart for you, brother.
Poland.
Wait but a moment.
takes place in Poland.
Patience, brother.
And then in the second game, it's like uh-oh, the Combine took over Earth. What are we gonna do? It's like a rebellion type thing. That's pretty much it. That's Half-Life. Trying to answer a text, bro. You got 56%. What, of all of Half-Life lore? Just a brief summary. It's just a brief summary. Majora. The floor is yours, my friend. Oh, they visited Poland. But this takes place in a German city?
Almost there, brother.
I tried to step in too early. Hang on. Well, do you see I'm not there right anymore, Father Grigori, you clown. A 56% is a C? That is a F. That is an F in America. That is a failing grade for sure.
The handbrake, brother. Release it and come down.
I think I might just wrap it up here. $30-0 is an F. What? That's worse than you would do if you guessed on most exams. German tests are, well, if they're harder but they're graded easier, then it seems like it all comes out in the wash. Ooh, this is cool. Look at that rainbow, those rainbow lights. Well, I certainly haven't taken any German exams. Have you taken any American exams? Oh, well then, you are the authority on comparing and contrasting. You have a sample size that is 200% larger than my sample size. Or I guess, depending on how you want to crunch it, infinitely larger. Let me in. How do I get through that? Nova Prospect. This is tricky stuff. It's tricky stuff here in Nova Prospect. Jump over a little railing like that. Now I'm in Nova Prospect. Yes, this is a gravity gun. It's a gun that uses gravity. See, this stuff looks good, man. These appliances. Pretty cool. Got some clips and straps and stuff. The different colored bullets is a really nice touch with those. That looks great, man. I gotta say that there are times where I just feel like I'm playing Half-Life 2. You know, it's like I squint and they're kind of indistinguishable from each other. Although like those shadows are pretty crazy. Like you wouldn't have that. Ray tracing is a vibe for sure. One test in, it was to see the difference. So was it like a English test taken from an English classroom at the grade level that you were testing at in German, or was it just like a test in English? Both answers are interesting, but I'm just curious. There we go. No one's sneaking up on this guy. Didn't quite knock it over. Need my radiator. Yeah, the radiator. The radiator does it. An English test and history test from the USA, and a German test and history test in German, same grade. I see. Very cool.
conscript in Block A7. Prohibit external contact.
Which did you get a better grade on? Sounds like you got a better grade on the English test. Look at all my ant lions, bro. We did it. We got him. Same scales. Like, same grading scales, Kira? That's a good point. Ow. I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. Ugh. Sorry that stream was funky. I was expecting Hitman. Had to change gears. Things got strange. Half-Life RTX is pretty cool, though. If you haven't played Half-Life 2, or if you're jonesing to play it again. I'm not gonna save. Then yeah, that's pretty cool. Check it out. I'm gonna uninstall it though because it was 35 gigabytes for those two levels. So make sure you got a big graphics card and lots of storage as well. Probably gonna try to play Actually, let me see now if it's available. Yeah, I'm probably going to play Skydance's Behemoth next stream, which is a big budget sort of VR title. You know, and that's something that after Half-Life Alyx, I've been kind of looking for more of that sort of thing, and it seems cool. Seems like a good one to play, so I'll probably play that. In fact, I'm going to buy it right now before I close out stream. VR games, like almost always, are shorter than regular experiences, with the exception of Half-Life Alyx. So probably won't eat up too many streams. Maybe it will. But that one has been on my list for a while, and I've wanted to play more VR stuff because I like VR. I guess it's just that simple. I like VR, and I'm worried about it. I'm worried it's kind of gonna start to be like a dying art at the rate things are going. The industry is really... VR is something that like would have really changed the scene, I think, like immediately following the Nintendo Wii. VR would have taken off. But there was this big gap of time in between, like that sort of sixth, I think it was the sixth console generation was the Wii. And when VR really caught its stride, technologically speaking. And that shakeup that happened in between was live service games and free-to-play models and loot boxes and stuff. And single-player games are definitely still very profitable, but I feel like both smaller studios and larger studios, there's just a lot more focus into games that more match that kind of live service model. It's like the time economy thing. It's like the development periods are similar because you're making a similar amount of like number of assets up front. But then you just get basically infinitely more money from a live service game. Luckily, a couple of them have failed in a really big way recently. But yeah, I don't know. It's weird. The gaming landscape is very weird, and I have a lot of friends who have been playing nothing but Marvel Rivals pretty much since December of last year. I've tried Marvel Rivals. It's cool. It's a fun game. But like, I don't know. There's just so much art out there. There's so much stuff that so many people have made. I genuinely, it would just kind of hurt my heart a little bit to only spend 90% of my time playing stuff on that one game. But that's just me. I mean, everybody's different. And just, I really struggle with skill ceilings. I struggle with like any big multiplayer game because you're farming your own improvement. Like your enjoyment is so intrinsically attached to your improvement relative to other people, like your abilities relative to other people's. And with matchmaking, it's so hard. It takes so long to actually reach a point where you're like, I'm good at this game. Everyone that's in this match with me is not better than me at this game. I don't know. And I'm just not that good. Like I'm not very skilled at video games, I don't think. which is why I tend to stick to the single-player ones. Yeah, anyways. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye for now. Catch you tomorrow with some Skydance's Behemoth. Check it out if you're not familiar. I think it'll be pretty cool. But we'll see. We'll find out.